Okay, today's show, we're going to talk about this and we're going to talk about other topics today. Now, we're going to have to talk about this. Hold on, let me refresh this. Okay, mute that. Okay, today's show, we're going to talk about how welfare destroyed the black family and more. So go ahead with the name calling, go ahead because it shows your ignorance and being stupid. That's all to say. So the reason why I'm talking about this topic because you got the welfare came in there, destroyed the black family. This is exactly why I said the black community is so messed up right now. You got these individuals destroying the black community. That's why the black community is hurting right now. Too many deaths, too many violence in the black community, and then you wonder why the black community is so messed up because you got the welfare system had came in and destroyed it. Like that don't make any sense. This is ridiculous. Like, mm. Now we're gonna play some videos on it. At 5 o'clock, we're gonna talk about other topics because we're gonna play some videos today because that's why I said it's for the welfare stuff had came in and just destroyed the black community and that's it. Now we got now the black families had destroyed it. Like that don't make any sense. Hold on, I spelled it wrong. Damn it. Hold on. I mean that don't make any sense how the it had broke up the black family and then you see all the problems in the black community right now. Death and destruction. Once the welfare came in here, bam, it destroyed the black community. Now we're gonna play some videos on here. And then I'll get back to my commentary. Sorry, y'all was stuttering. Let's let's talk about this because the US government destroyed the black family. It ruined the black community. And then you wonder why we see all the problems in the black community and you see all the problems in the black community. You see all the problems right now. And it's the damn truth. That is so fucking lame. Like, you want to still don't want to call me names, but I put the videos out there, put the proof out there. That's why we seen so much single mothers in the black community because the welfare and the government had destroyed the black community, and that's just so sad. That's why I said it's why I blame the US government for destroying the black community. So we're gonna play this video right here.
And in this case, you're writing not only about African Americans, but about low-income people generally. In the United States, murder rates, rates of infection with venereal diseases, and rates of teenage pregnancies were among the social pathologies whose steep declines were suddenly reversed in the 1960s. Nowhere was rampant violence and other social pathology as common among low-income people in the first half of the 20th century, when they were more deprived, as in the second half, when the welfare state had made them better off in material terms, close quote. Again, it's not the intention of anybody enacting the welfare state to cause increases in violence, but it happened.
Yes.
What was the disconnect between intentions and what emerged?
Oh heavens! They misdiagnosed the causes of things, and therefore they misdiagnosed the effect to expect. For example, in the case of venereal diseases, sex education was introduced on a mass basis in the 1960s, and when the arguments for doing it were, one, to reduce the level of venereal diseases and of teenage unwanted pregnancies, and both those things had been going down on their own. That is, and by 1960, the rate of infection for venereal diseases was something like half of what it was in 1950. And then they bring in the sex education, and it turns around and shoots up. Among blacks, the homicide rates among black males declined by 18% in the 1940s, by 22% in the 1950s, and then skyrocketed in the 1960s, wiping out all that progress. And they had a different view of the world, and their view just did not meet the test of time.
One more instance of this kind of retrogression, the family. Again, discrimination and disparities. As of 1960, this one, I just find this one heartbreaking. As of 1960, 2/3 of all Black American children were living with both parents. That declined over the years until only 1/3 were living with both parents in 1995. Among Black families in poverty, 85% of the children had no father present, close quote. So it's not the legacy of slavery that destroys the African American family.
It's the legacy of the welfare state.
And by the way, we see illegitimacy rates rising among everybody.
Yeah, and in other countries.
And
you know, the very same thing in England.
And what's the mechanism? Why does the welfare state dissolve the family?
Also, I had deleted a video on my my other channel because I'm gonna put that other video on Rumble because they was trying to flag that other live stream down. I did back in like 2023 when they was trying to flag it. So I'll put it up there on Rumble. So let's keep on going.
Structure.
For one thing, it makes it unnecessary for fathers to support their offspring. And in fact, it makes it counterproductive in many cases. A very poor man who might be able to support his family realizes his family will be better off without him. But on the other hand, someone who's strictly irresponsible, either the man or the woman or both, now pays no price for being irresponsible. The taxpayers pay the price. And actually the harm done to the taxpayers, which is serious, still is not comparable to the harm done to the families, especially the children.
To the kids.
Yeah. Moynihan was excoriated for pointing this out.
1965,
the
Moynihan Report. That's right, yes. The Moynihan Report.
What is so people that took this as a way of putting down blacks. What they don't understand was that one, Moynihan was a scholar who knew that his own group, the Irish Americans, had that very same problem at the beginning of the 20th century. And more importantly, Moynihan's own father deserted the family when he was 10 years old.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He and his brother were out shining shoes in Times Square and Central Park to try to bring in a few pennies to help keep the house going. And so where they'd been living in this wonderful suburban area, suddenly they were in a very rough neighborhood and they were shining shoes in Times Square to try to make ends meet. And so he understood that this was one heck of a problem that people should be warned about. And he was simply excoriated.
It's truth right there. Now you see why we got problems in the Black community. Yes, also, I've seen white people on welfare anyway, but we already know. We already know that. We got single moms from all races because of the welfare. We already know that. But in the Black community, it's too many single mothers in the Black community because they keep on having babies left and right with random dudes. And that cycle got to go. But anyway, let's keep on going because, you know, I'm going to speak the facts and truth. Here we go. We're going to play this video right here.
For Hype Plus News, I'm Nichelle Woods. Black people in America have long worked to lessen the gap between whites when it comes to building wealth. Slavery, redlining, and even the family dynamic within the home have all played a role in making the task more difficult to complete. Government assistance was created in the 1930s to solve a temporary issue. However, society showed that these benefits could be necessary long term. As time has gone on, government assistance became a mainstay in many Black households to help make ends meet. With many of the Black homes receiving government assistance being headed by single Black women, questions come into play about just how beneficial this would be for Black people. There's no denying that Black people live in poverty at higher rates than whites, and that government assistance does help with food, rent, and other necessities each month. On the other side of the spectrum lies the issue of broken homes and the poverty that comes from receiving government assistance, ironically enough. Considering both sides, the million-dollar question becomes, did government assistance ruin the Black family? Like many things, government assistance was given sparingly, if at all, to Black families in the early 1900s. In 1935, following the Great Depression, President Franklin D. Roosevelt established the Social Security Act of 1935 with intentions of assisting the elderly, dependent children, and those who had lost their jobs as a result of the Depression. Despite the fact that Black families were clearly more impoverished overall, the assistance given out overwhelmingly went to white families. Information taken from the Child Support Hustle revealed that with the New Deal, state legislators began to pass bills that supported single mothers called Mother's Pension. Since the states operated these programs, administrators were not regulated by federal government. The lack of governing of the Mother's Pension program meant that states could deny services and money to qualifying Black mothers. This aspect of the law caused great issues as it would set the precedent for caseworkers in states to set forth even more provisions in order to keep Black families from receiving government assistance or giving up something of equal value in order to receive such help. While the practice was illegal with no penalty for continuing it, the tactic became more common, allowing caseworkers to essentially control people's lives. Rules regarding a suitable home were enacted without giving Black people a clear idea of what that would entail. In the South specifically, Blacks saw great pushback when it came to receiving government assistance, with states posing stipulations that discouraged a complete Black family. Alabama is one state that stands out, as the state independently submitted a plan in 1964 about a substitute parent rule that would effectively harm Black families specifically. Aspects of the proposal stated that a child would have a substitute father, hereby disqualifying their home from receiving government assistance if a substitute father lives in the home with the child's mother for the purpose of cohabitation, if he frequently visits to cohabitate with the mother, or if he does not frequent the home but cohabitates with the child's natural or adoptive mother elsewhere. These facts are telling, as they show a direct attack on the Black man by giving an ultimatum of them being in the home, even for a short period of time versus receiving help. With the Black marriage rate lowering from the 1960s on, cohabitating was common throughout the country. While again, there could seem to be benefits in this way, statistics have proven that the creation of these single-parent homes through the type of legislation has a lasting impact. These new laws, beginning in 1964 from Alabama and other states, paralleled the passing of the Great Society laws passed in the same year that saw government assistance change, possibly for the worse. The Institute of Family Studies sheds light on this fact, stating, "It was estimated that in 1975, a household head would have to earn $20,000 a year to have more resources than what could be obtained from Great Society programs. In today's dollars, that's over $90,000 per year in earnings. That may be a reason why in 1964, only 7% of American children were born out of wedlock compared to 40% today. One can see through this tactic that the government purposefully incentivized these women to have more children out of wedlock, as the type of money being offered, even in more modern times, is hard to come by as a salary for anyone, much less a Black man or a woman. In the early to mid-1990s, Black households saw a peak when it came to fatherless homes, as nearly 70% of Black families saw this as their reality. This number had remained relatively unmoved for decades before dropping back down, and there are still government programs and benefits that people know they could be in danger of losing due to other people. There have even been several Black women refusing to get married in fear of losing their benefits, as they will receive more money personally from the government than they could from a job by not having the man present. On the other side of the spectrum, however, statistically, these homes still end up with children living in poverty, as marriage, according to the IFS studies over time, will position these families to have more money and be able to survive long term, as the two incomes, even with the women's lowering, over time would position these families to maintain. These women choosing not to marry was not a simple choice, but more so a government tactic forcing them to choose between money and family. Another major change that may or may not have played a role in damaging the Black family was the transparency needed from government assistance recipients as time went on. Welfare and other assistance would be given to those that showed need, giving the government access to bank account information and essentially one's entire life to determine eligibility. For the Black family, this would lead to a surge in improper spending and the trading of benefits for another. Selling of one's food stamps became popular in the 1980s and beyond, whether it be for cash or another benefit. With some families already receiving cash assistance on top of other benefits, the existence of these programs led some to try and find new ways to qualify in order to receive more money. While it is much more difficult today to have one government assistance program provide more money than one can make in a year, it is still very possible to combine programs to be able to provide everything a person would need. Possibly the biggest factor to consider when it comes to government assistance is how it spiked the rate of child support cases in the Black family. Once many of these women had gotten the man out of the house to receive their benefits, they realized quickly that this money, depending on how many children are present, would not be enough to sustain a home. Lawyers in the 1990s would even work pro bono on a case dealing with child support, giving these women more confidence in taking the father of their children to court and receiving more money. Courts notoriously gave men payments to make that were outlandish, with penalties that would make it impossible for them to get the money needed. This action, unsurprisingly, would lead to an uptick in crimes committed by.
See, I told you, man. But see, I'm retarded. I'm dumb. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll show you the evidence. You still not gonna listen to me. So what's the point of trying to tell y'all what's right? You got these people coming on my channel getting all mad, getting their feelings like a little girl. All right, damn. That's why I said this before. Feminism and welfare had destroyed the Black family. And we see all the crimes in the Black community, and you see all the stuff. So let's keep on going.
By many Black men of the time. In a published paper by Harvard alum Fritz Foley, one can see the correlation between crime and welfare payments as the text reads. Analysis of daily reported incidents of major crimes in 12 U.S. cities reveals an increase in crime over the course of monthly welfare payment cycles. The jump reflects increases in crime that are likely to have a direct financial motivation, like burglary, larceny, theft, motor vehicle theft, and robbery. Taking into account the countless issues that come from having a record when it comes to making money, on top of systemic racism, especially in years past, one can see clearly how this assistance ruined the lives of many Black fathers and children at the very least, as their fathers would spend years in jail, and with the overwhelmingness of being a single parent, the children suffer as well in ways unimaginable.
And yes, the children suffer too, because the welfare. I need to quit stop saying That's why I said this before. Welfare for the Black family. That's why we see all the children without fathers in the household. That is what's destroying the Black community. And then you got these dudes don't want to be in their kids' lives, and that's what's the problem. We already know that how these dudes are. Get these females pregnant, just bounce. It's just what it is. Let's keep on going.
There can be debate about the reasoning behind certain decisions Black families made. However, the need for more assistance is clear. Families selling stamps for cash, fathers being kicked out of the homes, and caseworkers who acted as an extension of the government while breaking the law all played a role on how government assistance would affect Black people. The need for assistance is obvious, especially in the present as a recession looms over society. Nevertheless, it is clear that there are major issues with government assistance that have plagued Black families for decades. If assistance is given to elevate a person in order to help them become more independent, one should ask themselves if this seems like
I bet you when I end my live stream, that one person's gonna get mad at this live stream. Oh, 0 people watch. I told you, man, that's what people do. They stay in the bushes, just watch, and they watch, man. When I say something they don't agree with, they get mad.
the case when it comes to Black people. With a history of struggle and suffering, despite this help, it may not be a foregone conclusion that assistance ruined the Black family. But many can argue it did little to help, as Black families today see nearly half of their homes without a father and are still financially trying to catch up in society. Stay up to date with the latest news in comedy, music, and sports by subscribing here to our YouTube channel. Follow Hype Plus across all social media and look out for original content on our new streaming service. For Hype Plus, I'm Nichelle Woods.
See, that's exactly why I said this before. The Black culture needs to change. These dudes need to stop leaving these women to be single mothers. But see, that's the problem, man. Anytime a person come on YouTube that speaks the truth, y'all get mad at that stuff. Y'all get mad at the messenger, but a pretty lie will make them feel good. But see, that's the problem in the Black community. Most Black people don't like to hear the truth. And they want to come on my channel, get mad at me, something I said that makes them bad and get all mad. Like, really? Like, that's why I said this before. That's why we got so much problems in the Black community, because you got these individuals are destroying the Black community. I mean, I'm sorry, I was talking too fast. You got these individuals out here destroying the Black community, like leaving these women to be single mothers and all that stuff. And then they the reason why we see all these kids growing up violent, acting crazy, because there's no fathers in the households. And that's exactly why I said this before. So all you dudes out there who like to get female pregnant and leave them be single mothers, please be in your kids' lives. Just start being your kids' lives, because the single motherhood in the Black community is out of control. But the moment you say something about it, it's a problem. Then you got these individuals in the Black community do not want to hear that truth. That's why I said this for to all you dudes out there who like to get females pregnant and leave them be single mothers. You're the problem in the Black community. Now, this Black culture needs to change. Man, Martin Luther King did not die for this stuff. And the U.S. government used welfare to destroy the Black community, and it was the damn truth. That's why I said this. I said this before, Black people should protest welfare. So here we go. It was 14 years ago. Let's play this video.
What the welfare system and other kinds of governmental programs are doing is paying people to fail. Insofar as they fail, they receive the money. Insofar as they succeed, even to a moderate extent, the money is taken away. This is even extended into the school systems, where they will give money to schools with low scores. Insofar as the school improves its education, the money is taken away, so that you are subsidizing people to fail in their own private lives and become more dependent upon the handouts.
We have expectations built.
I try to educate y'all, but y'all not gonna listen to me. So what's the point trying to tell y'all what's right from wrong when y'all not gonna listen to me? So it's just what it is, man. Just keep on going.
Built in today about the quality of life, the quality of job, the level of income for which one expects in return.
That's the problem in the Black community. Every time I drop the link, I bet you none of these people never gonna hit the link if you got a problem with me. That's the problem in the Black YouTube. And I'm gonna do other topics at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock. I'm gonna talk about other topics, okay? But see, that's the problem on Black YouTube. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link if somebody wanna hop on the panel. See, this is what I do. To all you females out there like to watch, see, when I drop the link, y'all not going to hit the link. That's why they scared. That's why they sit in the bushes and watch, and they watch. And then when I say something that they don't like, they get mad. When I end my live stream, watch, they gonna come on my live stream getting all mad and cuss me out and throw me under the bus, and they want to flag you. That's what they do. When I speak the damn truth, they don't like it. Here we go. I'm gonna drop the link. If these females and people who watching this have to bother to hit the link. So, and also I'm not using StreamYards, Restream, or Medlin. I'm gonna use Google Meeting. Okay, keep on going.
Why? Because we look at the level around us that it takes us to have
No,
a
that's not
fairly
why.
decent level.
No, that's not why. I may have all sorts of expectations. The question is, what can I do? If someone else is subsidizing my expectations will be far higher. Insofar as the Center for Advanced Study was subsidizing my expectations a few years ago, I refused to work at UCLA for the normal full professor's salary. Why should I when I can get the same money for being at the Center for Advanced Study with no hours, no duties, and no classes?
Cut off welfare tomorrow. What will they do? What will be their immediate response? At what price to their...
This is exactly why I say this. Well, you got most females in the Black community and other race of women living on welfare because they want to pop out babies by random dudes, which that's sad. Keep on.
small children and to their middle-aged children. Yes, they'll get a job. In fact, the statistics show that women, in fact, are the most successful through the employment program. But what has to supplement that typically is the provision of some kind of daycare arrangement. Either the individual woman has to earn enough money to be able to pay privately for her daycare, or in fact she is, quote, subsidized through this insidious corrupting set of programs run by the federal government, which in fact makes her employable and a taxpayer. It's an interesting notion of trying to get people in a productive mode.
Tom Sowell.
It's incredible the way you start the story in the middle, as if there's a predestined amount of poverty, a predestined amount of unemployment, and that the welfare system is not itself in any way responsible for that.
There is a predestined 20% of the bottom half of the population.
I have never, that's always been true.
There's going to be 20% at the bottom.
With you. It's also true that 20% of the bottom population doesn't have to be living on the government and ruled by the government. You mentioned, for example, a female-headed household. Many of those, in addition to the grown woman who has all the kids, are teenage pregnancies. There's not a predestined amount of...
Which he's correct. Teenage pregnancy is out of control in the Black community, but yet y'all not going to address it because you don't fit your narrative. So it's just what it is. So let's keep on going.
Teenage pregnancy. I grew up in an era when people, and particularly blacks, were a lot poorer than today, faced a lot more discrimination than today, and in which the teenage pregnancy rate was a lot lower than today. I don't believe there is a predestined amount of teenage pregnancy, a predestined amount of husband desertion. Gutman has done a study of the black family showing that this whole notion that the black family has always been disintegrating, that is nonsense, that his studies go up to 1925, the great bulk of black families were intact, two-parent families up through 1925, and going all the way back through the era of slavery. So it is now only within our own time that we suddenly see this inevitable tragedy which the welfare system says it's going to rush in to solve, but which it is itself a part.
We're talking about a very small group. We're talking about 12% of the families are not intact, are not two-parent families at any one period of time.
I mean among welfare recipients?
No,
or the
among the
large?
public at large. We're talking about 12% of the families. 12%.
That's right.
That's a small number. But
But
there's
not of
still
those on welfare.
We're still talking about a significant component of the bottom 20% that are the bottom 20%. Whether they are above the poverty line or below the poverty line, they are still the bottom 20%. And the issue is, what is the responsibility of the other 80%, if any, toward those individuals?
Does your program plan to eliminate there being a bottom 20%?
No, but it intends to raise the bottom 20%. So
You're
that
raising
they can...
them by having more illegitimacy, more unemployment. That's
I'm
how
not
you're
making them
raising
have illegitimate children. I hope that's clear.
Oh, I think. Oh, you don't have to do that. You simply subsidize it.
See, Like that don't make any sense, bro. That's so making stupid. Hold on, excuse me. Pardon me, but I said the wrong thing. Damn it, my bad. But anyway, let's keep on going. I tell you right now, man. You got these individuals and they're going to listen to me. It ruined the black family. That's why we got so much violence in the black community. But yeah, nobody not saying anything about it. Like that don't make any sense. I mean, I did read a lot of books. Anyway, because I do a lot of research and put it out there. Like, like that don't make any sense. Feminism had destroyed the black family. Also, I took that video down. I took that other live stream down. I don't know what did I said then. I don't know what did I said. So I took the live stream down. I made the ass out of myself on my own live stream on my other channel. I took it down. Also, I put that other video on Rumble, and that's it, because feminism did destroy the black community. Because the welfare system had destroyed the black community. Like, that don't make any sense. Like that don't make any sense. That is so fucking stupid and lame. Like, and then you got some idiots. Some I don't know how to read. I have no mental conversation to understand. Well, I do. So let's play this video right quick.
It's very interesting.
The welfare did impact the black community. It did real bad back in a long time ago. This is exactly why I said this before. We got destroyed. This vicious cycle of single mother households in the black community. In the black community, I'm sorry. In the black community, we got in this single mother households. Like, it don't make any sense. You got these individuals, see if they're not talking about the other topics. They're not going to talk about that. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up on Google anyway. So we're gonna look it up on Google, and then we're gonna talk about this. It said like the child welfare system destroyed the black community. Welfare had torn apart the black community. Like, that is so sick. I mean, I'm still just speaking the facts and truth. I put videos out there and put the truth out there. Y'all don't want to hear it. Okay, here we go. Let's play this video. Let's play this article right here. Damn, it's on Facebook. Like, that don't make any sense. Also, I'm subscribed to Black Culture Unlocked, which he spoke a lot of truth right there. The US government, they on some bullshit. They had destroyed the black family, and this is exactly why I said it's why I don't like the government. Good luck because the black community is going to go extinct. And we're going to talk about why black people want to silence other black people now. I do go in these spaces, say things as facts and truth. Oh, zero people watching. See, I told you they. See, I told you they watching the live stream, then they leave. See, I told you they can't handle the truth. So good luck to y'all. So let's play the video.
Fathers have left home in order for their children to get meat and bread. There are so many dehumanizing elements in the welfare system that we are concerned about removing. Ultimately, we are concerned about a guaranteed annual income. And the other thing I think it is very necessary to say is that everybody's on.
Hold on. Let me see. I gotta subscribe to the other dude. Hold on. Damn, they flag his other. Damn, they didn't flag his other channel down. Because the drugs and crack and the crack cocaine. No, excuse me. The drugs, welfare, feminism had destroyed the black community. Like, that is so sad because you know the feminism came in there and destroyed the black family. It was not for white. It was not for black women. It was for white women. White feminists oppressed the black woman, and etc. And I read a lot of books about it too, how feminists destroy the black community. Like, this is so ignorant, dumb. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Now you see why I said it's for. Also, I seen white people strung out on drugs and etc. And y'all talking about I have no mental capacity to understand. Like, I do understand, man. I just say what I want to say, and that's it. I put the truth out there. You don't want to hear it. Also, I'm not into politics, so I'm not into politics. I'm talking about how we can come together as a people.
Motherfuckers call me an asshole.
That's why we got so much fathers in the black community, and so much bad stuff goes down in the black community. But yeah, nobody's not gonna speak about it. But the fatherless in America of the black society today, they have no respect for the other black men who look like you. And then what's gonna happen is that you got other black men murdering each other in these streets because the welfare came here and destroyed the black community, which that's sad. I had read a lot of books a long time ago. And then we're going to read some of the articles on Google, which I already did right now. That was very long time ago. How the child welfare destroys black families. Right here. Here we go. Right here. Right here. Told you. When I had started speaking facts and truth, see, I'm reading the article right here. You gotta go. You gotta go. See, right here. That's why we got so much black children growing up, hate themselves because of the mothers, and they grow up hurting other black men who look like them, going to jail, being on the white man system, because this is exactly why I said this before. Welfare, drugs, and feminism destroy the black community. Like, it's the damn truth. Like, this not no retard talking. This some truth talking, okay? This is exactly why I said this before, man. The black community is so messed up right now. Like, shit. Like, that don't make any sense. I'm not for to sell there for the arguing with you. Talking about I need to get off of YouTube. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm not misleading black people. I'm telling you the damn truth. See? Now let's click on back. Let's click on the other topics I want to talk about. See, that's why I said it's for the child welfare system destroyed the black family. This one right here. See how the child welfare system is sadly destroying black families. A single call from an anonymous tester all it takes for the government to take children from their families. See, that's sad, man. I'm just reading the article right here because I read books a long time ago. That's exactly why I said. But I did my other live stream about feminism. It was not for black women, it was for white women. And I'm gonna tell you like this, it was not for black women, it was for white women. Let's keep on going. That's why I said before, this welfare, food stamp, and child support. And I'm glad Donald Trump had fixed the child support system. So these women need to stop doing this type of bullshit in the black community. Sell their, put the man in hell, do child support. And I already know child support system is ridiculous. Like, that's why I try to tell you dudes, be in y'all sons' lives. I'm telling you. That's why we got too many single motherhood in the black community. It's what destroying the black family. And then you got some idiots talking about I don't read books and all that stupid crap. Well, okay then. All right. Here we go. And then you got Donald Trump say he gonna reduce the child support system, which that's great because you got these females in the black community doing this type of crap. But you know, you're not gonna hear the damn truth. We're gonna play the whole entire video right here on Black culture. We're gonna play this video right here what Martin Luther King said was right. We're gonna play the whole entire video, and then we're gonna at 5:30, we're gonna come back with the other topics of today. Why black people want to silence other black people at 6 o'clock. Let's play this video. Oh, I forgot to share it. Damn it. I forgot to share it. Damn.
Fathers have left and for white.
It's no secret, fatherless households are more common in the Black community. A survey from the American Consensus Institution revealed that 67% of Black children under 18 in the US live in homes without fathers. This is a stark contrast to white children, as only 24% of them live in fatherless homes. But it wasn't always like that. The Black families survived generations of open racism, widespread poverty, and slavery. They lived through segregation and violence, and strong family bonds used to be the norm.
As of 1960, 2/3 of all Black American children were living with both parents. That declined over the years until only 1/3 were living with both parents in 1995. So it's not the legacy of slavery that destroys the African American family.
It's the legacy of the welfare state.
Between 1890 and 1950, the marriage rate was much higher among Black women than white women. A fraction of Black children lived in homes without their fathers. But everything changed with the expansion of the welfare state. It divided the household and created a dependency on welfare. This kind of reminds me of what President Reagan said.
I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
So, what happened? What's the mechanism? Here is a detailed look at how the welfare state played a role in the dissolving of the family structure over the years. People say that the breakdown of traditional family units, family structures, is a byproduct of Black poverty, not just because there is no man to support the family financially, but also because women tend to earn less than men on average. Of course, the connection between the two is there, but it goes deeper than that. Welfare was a mean little business. It was designed to get people by in a pinch. Public assistance programs, like welfare entitlements, have been a part of American culture since the 1940s. Unfortunately, like in many other aspects of government institutions, Black Americans were left out. In time, Black people could also get financial support, but it wasn't easy. Mothers who applied for checks had to let social workers inspect their homes to see if their conditions were suitable for welfare. These workers inspect their homes to see if their conditions were suitable for welfare. These workers also had to make sure no man was living in the house. But even if they qualified for support, the amount they received was meager and not enough to build a stable life. In the early 1960s, welfare was not yet common, even in the most impoverished Black communities. In the decade that followed, the number of Black people on welfare went up by 169%. They further increased by 30% from 1970 to 1975. In 1972, New York City, almost 1 out of every 6 residents was on welfare. A major portion of these households were Black. Although Black people were only around 1/10 of all Americans, they made up almost 50% of all welfare recipients by the late 70s. A recent UNICEF report showed that many children under 18 in America struggle financially, and African American children are nearly 4 times more likely to be in poverty than white children. Though the number of families receiving cash assistance has decreased since 1996, child poverty rates for Black children in the US remain high. This outcome is not by accident. I studied the evolution of social welfare policies in the US from the New Deal to the 1996 reforms, and found that these policies have been discriminatory from the start. And a lot of people can confess to that. This led many black families to fall into cultural and economic ruin. In a short period, healthy black people started relying on government assistance to achieve some level of normalcy. But within the city slums, that normalcy was impossible to get. Black children barely knew their fathers, and most were raised by unemployed and unmarried mothers stuck in a cycle of poverty and modest paychecks. This marked a significant shift in Black American history. The consequences were severe for the next generation. Let's start with the Social Security Act of 1935. It was introduced during Franklin Roosevelt's administration. It was designed to create the safety net in the country, safeguarding families from losing their income. It was viewed as a significant part of New Deal reform and paved the way for federal protections in the future, such as the Affordable Care Act and Medicare. This policy had two main parts. The first part had social insurance programs that provided financial support to dependents of deceased or incapacitated workers and Social Security for retired older Americans. The second part comprised means-tested public assistance programs, initially known as Aid to Dependent Children and later renamed Aid to Families with Dependent Children. In 1962, under the Kennedy administration, ideally, it was believed that as the overall quality of life in the country improved, more families could support themselves without needing financial assistance from the ADC program. Eventually, the ADC program would become unnecessary and gradually phase out on its own. But this posed a major problem for Black Americans. Like any other component of the New Deal, the origins of the Social Security Act were deeply rooted in racism. During the 1930s and 1940s, Black people had to deal with widespread racial discrimination in the workplace. They held low-paying jobs, often paid in cash and off the books. This made them ineligible for social insurance programs. The ADC program was an extension of state-run programs that supported widowed mothers, but mostly benefited white widows. The states decided eligibility and need, and since the separate but equal doctrine was in place, Blacks were still excluded from fully participating. Jim Crow laws and the separate but equal doctrine led to a system with different services for whites and Blacks. But as we all know by now, they were far from equal. States made efforts to cut down ADC enrollment and costs. They proposed residency requirements to prevent Blacks from the South from qualifying for the program. In 1935, there was a hearing on a bill, and the NAACP, an organization that fights for civil rights, expressed their concerns. Southern politicians wanted to exclude agricultural and domestic workers from the bill. This meant that many Black workers couldn't get the support they needed. This exclusion would particularly affect Black sharecroppers and cash tenants, who were already struggling to make ends meet. Even though the NAACP was highly against it, the Social Security Act was approved. That's why 65% of African Americans nationwide were not eligible for benefits, and an even larger percentage of these Black families in the South were excluded from the program. In the 1950s and 60s, things got even worse for Black families. Welfare checks incentivized single-mother households, and there was one rule that ruined it all: the man-in-the-house rule. Black families have long been the victims of income inequality and bad government policies. The irony, of course, is that conservatives pushed Black mothers to break their families to get welfare. Before 1968, many states and administrative agencies created and enforced the man-in-the-house rule. This rule basically meant that if there is a working or healthy man in the house, the government can't help you. And they would go as far as to send welfare workers to visit the homes without warning to check if a man was present. If they found any evidence whatsoever, families lost their welfare benefits. Over the years, the welfare state started dissolving the family structure, slowly but surely. A man who can't get a decent job and provide a substantial income suddenly believes that his family is better off without him. So, if a man were to lose his job, he literally had to leave the house so his children could get government surplus peanut butter, beans, and cheese. On the other hand, if either the woman or the man, or both, were irresponsible, they faced no consequences for their actions. And it was the taxpayers who ended up paying for it. These things aren't exactly designed to keep the marriage intact. They are meant to divide people. The harm done to the children was massive. Many children experienced the hurt from broken families at such a young age. In 1960, just 33% of Black American children didn't live with two parents, but by 1988, that rate went up to 61%. In that time, the proportion of Black children born to single mothers rose from 23% to more than 60%. This is exactly why we can't judge government policies based on their ideals, but based on their results. And these results, well, left a ton of households fatherless. I mean, think about it. What would the result have been if this welfare policy had required the opposite of that? That both parents live in the same home and care for their children to receive government assistance? The welfare state did what slavery couldn't do. It broke families apart, and broken families fuel poverty. The structure of the family can influence the choices children make. For example, boys raised without their fathers are more likely to drop out of school, get violence, use drugs, or go to jail. Girls are more likely to have a child out of wedlock or engage in sexual activities at a very early age. These children are also more prone to mental health problems, which can affect them as adults. A psychology test detailed in Roy Baumeister and John Tierney's book, Willpower, showed that children from fatherless households were more likely to settle for a small prize straight away. In contrast, children with fathers present were more willing to wait for a bigger prize. Experts from the Northwestern Institute for Policy Research challenged that these effects are primarily due to dangerous neighborhoods or poor schools. They found that the direct effect of family structure itself played a more significant role. As marriage rates declined among the poor and working class in the US, the institution of marriage has remained strong among the wealthier population, with similar rates to those from 50 years ago. At the same time, the decrease in marriage among the working class has led to a significant rise in out-of-wedlock births, often to couples who are living together without being married. This happens because people view marriage as an ideal situation, but feel it is unachievable, yet they still want to have children. In the mid-1980s, the rates of fatherless households dramatically increased. Today, just 44% of Black children live with their fathers. Also, a lot more Black children are born outside of marriage. The rates of such cases went up from 24.5% in 1964 to 70.7% by 1994, which remains at a similar level today. Many people blame the expansion of welfare programs for the breakdown of Black families. Since 1935, people have had access to cash welfare, but this welfare was quite modest and not enough to cover any of the living expenses. With Johnson's Great Society, which began in 1964, welfare benefits became much more generous and controlled. When I mean controlled, I mean crazy. The man-in-the-house rule discouraged marriage because it provided welfare assistance to mothers if no man was living in the house. If a mother married an employed man, even one earning the minimum wage, it jeopardized her financial support. These benefits were huge. The Great Society programs offered a way out for low-income Black families. This could be why, in 1964, only 7% of American children were born out of wedlock, compared to the current rate of 40%. So basically, the government urged mothers to keep fathers out of the home and paid them well for doing so. Shifts in the labor market and deindustrialization greatly impacted job opportunities, especially for low-skilled workers. It hurt both whites and Black people, but Black communities were the most affected. Here's an example. Imagine a city like Detroit, where the manufacturing industry was the top employer, and many Black men held manufacturing jobs. Here, in the 1970s, 56% of Black men were in the manufacturing industry, but by 2000, it dropped to 26%. Over the years, technological advancements and economic shifts created a demand for skilled workers in other sectors, like healthcare or technology. These new jobs required a higher level of education and specialized skills. The problem was the lower level of education among Black men on average. As jobs increasingly required education beyond high school, Black men faced many challenges. This made it harder for them to adapt to the changing job market and find new employment in other industries. White men were better equipped to handle the changing job market. They had higher education and a greater chance of securing well-paid jobs in emerging industries. Then there was the 90s gear change. In the late 1990s, efforts to reform the AFDC program took on more subtle forms of racism. Critics claimed that the program encouraged out-of-wedlock births, irresponsible fatherhood, and dependency across generations. During this time, there was a lot of public concern about the cost of welfare programs. Some people believed that the programs contributed to rising taxes and national debt. It tapped into public fears and created a seriously negative perception of people who received welfare. There were a lot of misconceptions and stereotypes about those who lived in poverty. So, the reform bill that was eventually passed replaced the AFDC with TANF, Temporary Assistance to Needy Families. The new bill imposed stricter work requirements, expecting single mothers to find work within 2 years of receiving benefits. There was also a 5-year limit on receiving benefits. To promote traditional family values, teenage mothers didn't receive benefits. But that was not all. If a father were to fall behind on child support payments, they could face threats of imprisonment. The bill restricted the use of federally funded TANF for certain groups of immigrants. There were also eligibility limitations on Medicaid, food stamps, and supplementary Social Security income, SSI. these measures were just too harsh. They made it difficult for families in need to get proper financial support. Instead of addressing the root of poverty and creating new employment opportunities, it just punished those who already struggled financially. Well, today, modern problems require new solutions. According to Forbes, the economic status of Black Americans is still far behind compared to white people in terms of stock ownership, net worth, income, home ownership, and other metrics. In the United States, Black workers earn about 30% less than white workers. Almost 50% of Black workers are working in retail, food services, healthcare, and accommodation, and a huge chunk of these workers are doing lower paying services. Imagine getting paid more than 40% less than white men for doing the exact same job. If you are a Black woman in the US, this is more likely to happen. In 2020, Black women earned around 58% of what white men earned on average. Similar to Latinas and Native women, Black women face a much more significant pay gap compared to all women. This is because they face both racism and sexism in the workplace. Today, the Social Security program is a backbone for many Black families. It protects them through disability, retirement, or death. The program is crucial because African Americans often lack financial resources and have higher disability rates. The program is meant to help those who earn low income get benefits. Those who heavily rely on Social Security are older Black people with lower lifetime earnings and fewer pension benefits. For example, in 2017, 35% of married and 58% of unmarried older Black people received 90% or more of their income from Social Security. Despite its importance, Black Americans still benefit less overall from the program because of the ongoing pay disparities and shorter life expectancies. These factors result in lower lifetime earnings and, in turn, reduce the total benefits received from Social Security. In 2005, President George W. Bush wanted to make some changes and planned to privatize the program. But the NAACP responded with a nationwide campaign called SOS, Save Our Social Security, and partnered with the Congressional Black to keep the program safe. It worked. Social Security is still an important support system for countless families. Unfortunately, our country has made very few efforts to reduce the disparities in wealth and income between Black and white households. Despite laws against pay discrimination, Black men earn 83 cents and Black women earn 62 cents for every dollar earned by white men. Also, practices like redlining or housing discrimination have made it nearly impossible or much less profitable for Black families to own homes. These structural barriers create fewer opportunities for Black people to accumulate wealth and save for retirement. When the pandemic hit, Social Security became even more critical. Many Black adults lost jobs, and many small businesses were forced to close. The coronavirus made it very difficult to keep up with mortgage or rental payments. The thing is, today, more Black Americans are more likely to enter a church to go to a funeral than to celebrate a wedding. Fatherless homes, declining marriage rates, and high divorce rates are challenging the Black community to the core. Imagine as a young child living in poverty with a single mother in a poor and drug-infested neighborhood. Over the years, you would have witnessed how this would impact your chances of success, like finishing high school and getting a good job. Because of this, many Black children are raised with little expectations or a sense of hope. Now, some might argue that it takes a village to raise a kid, but in reality, the urban public housing village is drenched in toxic influences like violence, drugs, and bad role models. And in that village, fatherless boys are left alone to figure out what it takes to be a man. So, where do they look? To one another. And in many cases, they turn to gangs and the streets. Girls' lives, too, are deeply damaged in fatherless households. Without a father figure, young girls can experience psychological and emotional challenges. They can have lower self-esteem and struggle to form healthy relationships with men. Teen pregnancy is a common problem. They can also struggle with economic hardships and poor academic performance. For things to change, we need to acknowledge that the absence of Black men is damaging countless households. To fill this void, it is essential to reunite fathers with their children, but also to teach the younger generation the value of family structures. But this is something that will take time and a lot of effort. All in all, the US welfare system is a clear reflection of its economic policies and the nation's long history of racism. From the very beginning, the policy excluded Black Americans who were already struggling financially. The man in the house rule only made things worse, which greatly impacted Black households. The expansion of welfare led to a decrease in fathers' involvement in raising their children, leaving mothers to struggle alone in jobless poverty. This created a new reality for poor Blacks, where work became optional, fathers were rare, and dysfunction became common. The lack of family loyalty and work ethic led to a new oppositional racial outlook among young Black males who often resorted to crime. Now, years later, the impact of the rule can still be felt. A lot of black children have grown up without a father, and they can easily go astray. The situation is hard for overworked and exhausted single mothers. The more children they had, the harder it was to get a job. I just want to point out the brutal reality that led to such circumstances. The welfare culture discouraged individual responsibility. It pushed people to make hard choices, which damaged their families, and put everyone involved in challenging positions. This is a reality that many now have to live with. If you enjoyed this documentary, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We aren't just telling stories, we're changing lives and waking the culture up. The video on the screen shares why they are banning Black history in schools. Click on it now to watch. It will change your perspective on our history.
All right. See, that's the truth right there. All right. And I know. And I'm gonna make sure I had put the video up there. Somebody wanna. Okay, now let me see. Y'all want to call me all types of helmets, and here you go. Well, and I already typed it in welfare bill passed. And here we go. I blew this up to the welfare pass. And here we go, right here. After the 1994 election, the Republican-controlled Congress passed two major bills designed to reform welfare, but they were vetoed by Clinton after navigation between the Clinton and Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich. Congress passed PRWORA, and Clinton signed the bill into law on August 22, 1996. See, and I have to blame Bill Clinton for that crap. And who know who put the passed the welfare? President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Industrial the AIDS, the Family Department Charity Program, the Social Security Program, the Social Security Act, which creates a public welfare to provide assistance to develop dependent person needs. And then, you know, Franklin D. Roosevelt, he passed the welfare in 1935. A national welfare, he did that. Franklin D. Roosevelt. And he did it, passed the welfare. Now you see how the welfare system has destroyed the Black community. And here we go. By 1935, that's when the welfare came in and destroyed the Black community. And I'm gonna put his name right here. Hold on. This the dude right here. But y'all want to talk about I don't read books. Some I don't research shit here. That's why we got so much crime rates in the Black community. That's why you see much people within the Black community strong on drugs, feminism, destroy the Black family, and all that other stuff. So it's just what it is. And that's exactly why I said this before. The Black community is so messed up now because this dude right here had put the welfare in her back in like 1935, which I'm not born into that year. See? But y'all talking about I don't research shit. I don't read and all that dumb stuff. Okay, all right. And then y'all come out here getting all mad at me and all this stuff. See? But then you got that stuttering idiot, which I ain't mention his name. He getting all mad at me. Talking about the president, talking about who passed the welfare law. As soon as I put the truth out there, he didn't want to listen to me. The stuff I'm saying is right. See? Okay. And we're gonna put that in and we're gonna talk about other topics, okay? And y'all want to say calling me all types of retards because I say things they didn't agree with. So it is what it is now. Let's get back to the next topic. Next topic, I want to talk about why black people want to silence other black people on black YouTube. See, that's the one I've been talking about in the black community. Like, you got these black people coming on YouTube getting all mad at you, and then they want to go flag your channel down. That's exactly why I said this before. Black people will flag other black people's channels down, but they ain't trying to flag the crimes in the black community. They ain't trying to shut down this and that. They ain't trying to shut down the gun violence and the drugs and all that stuff. They ain't trying to do that stuff, but nah. Let's shut somebody down because they don't like what somebody's saying. See, that's the what I'm talking about in the black community. Y'all want to go silence people. Y'all want to go flag other channels down, but you don't want to hear the truth. Like, it's the damn truth. I bet you anything, they ain't gonna try and silence the drugs and gang violence in the black community, which is what I spoke about a long time ago. Y'all want to cuss me out, threaten me, want to fight me, and trying to silence me, all because of videos I do. But see, that's the problem in the black community. Y'all don't want to ever call out the drugs and gang violence in the black community. Y'all want to cuss me out. Y'all want to make death threats towards me. Y'all want to. Like, that don't make any sense. This is sad. Tommy Sotomayor, he's on YouTube again. No, he's not on YouTube. He's on Rumble because he's getting tired of getting flagged by these individuals. This goes to show you that you got these individuals flagging channels down. They're going to try to silence you, trying to get your channel knocked. Like, that don't make any sense. Like, you got these people on black YouTube trying to get you off of YouTube. That is so sick. Y'all want to flag Red Supreme's channels down, but you ain't trying to flag the drugs and gang violence in the black community. That's exactly why I said this for. I'm done with this so-called black community. I am so done with the black community. They just don't want to hear the damn truth. The ones who doing the flagging, it's part of the drugs. I mean, it's part of the people within the black community didn't want to hear the damn truth. You got these anchor ass females in the black community telling them to flag channels. Like, sadly, got the simps in the black community want to flag channels down because they didn't want to hear the damn truth. Then you got these females in the black community want to sue you. They want to sue people because their feelings are getting hurt. I guarantee you the ones who's doing the flagging right now, it's these divestors, these women in the black community. I'm gonna tell you right now, man, it's these divestors, these 304s, and these women out there flagging channels. Then y'all want to get all mad, want to take down people's channels because your feelings are getting hurt. Like, this don't make any sense. The black community is dead and gone now. That's why I said this before. Rest in peace to the black community, man. It's never coming nowhere. Like, shit is sad, bro. This shit is sad, bro. Then this is exactly why I said the black community is so in shambles right now. Because you got these individuals keep coming on your channel, cussing you out, throwing shots at you when you start speaking the truth. See, the truth will piss them off, but the lies will make them feel good. That's why I said, you know what? That's why I'm not going to speak positive to the black community. That's exactly why I said don't speak positive to the black community. It's so bad now that you got these people within the black community on black YouTube want to shut you down, want to get you off of YouTube. Like, that don't make any sense. This is exactly why I said, you know what? This is exactly why I said, why I cannot associate with other black people. You see what they did to Young Dolph? Shot and murdered him, but y'all want to go flag people's channels down for speaking the damn truth, but y'all don't want to hear nothing a person have to say. This is exactly why I said, you know what? Y'all want to call me a hell man and all that. Psst. Come on, man. That's stupid and dumb, bro. Like, come on, man. All that flagging, doxing people. Let's not forget doxing people. You over there putting out people's personal information, trying to get them hurt or put their lives in danger. That's what y'all like to do now because you can't take criticism. Oh, I'm gonna give that dude's personal information. I'm gonna do physical harm to him. Like, what? And this is a black community. They don't like what you have to say. They're gonna get rid of you. But me, I don't flag channels. I had some people in that roast arena struck my channel because of a difference of opinion. You know what? That's exactly why I left the roast sector. I'm never coming back. I've been unsubscribing. That's it. I can't go to that roast arena, bro. It's dangerous over there. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Like, you got these individuals keep coming on my channel, getting all mad at me. And you got some females out there talking about, oh, I'm going to report your channel to YouTube so I can get your channel terminated. Like, why would you trying to report somebody? Just don't watch. It's that simple. You got these individuals coming on your channel, getting all mad. That's exactly why I said it's for. They knock these females on Black YouTube don't want to hear the truth. That's exactly why they come on your channel cussing you out, throw shots at you, throw drinks at you. They want to get all mad, want to fight you, or have some simp ass dudes want to do physical harm to you. They want the flag channels. Oh yes, you got the simp ass Black men. They like to flag and giving out personal information like your job. And anyway, which that's sad. Like this don't make any sense. This don't make any sense. That's exactly why I said, you know what? Like this just don't make any sense. You got these simp ass men trying to fight me over some damn YouTube videos. Like, come on, man. See, that's exactly why I said it's for. I don't like these simp ass men and women in the Black community because you know what these simps do, right? They would defend these rotten ass hoes because these rotten females out here want to fight you, want to destroy your channel because they ain't like to hear the truth. They ain't like what you have to say. So it's just what it is, man. This is exactly why I said it's for. This is exactly why I stay away from these simps and Black women because they don't like to hear the truth about what goes on in the Black community. That's exactly why I said this before. Tommy Sotomayor, he's no longer on YouTube. I bet you these so-called pro-Blacks who like to flag channels, they ain't like to hear the truth. These pro-Blacks like to flag channels. They like to dox. Oh yeah, they like to give out people's personal information because the truth hurts them. You got these people within Black YouTube like to flag channels because they ain't like to hear the truth. I guarantee you the ones who like to flag channels or these simps and 304s because that's them. They like to flag channels because that shit is sad, man. That's exactly why I said, like, that's why I'm saying, you know what? I'm worrying about the wrong shit. That's exactly why I stopped messing around with Black people. Y'all trying to flag channels because your feelings are getting hurt. They're not gonna listen to me. They just gonna cuss me out and all that stuff. Like, wow. Like, that don't make any sense, man. You got these females out here destroying the Black community. Like, that don't make any damn sense. Like, that don't make any sense, bro. That shit is getting on my last nerve with these people on the internet trying to flag channels. Like, that is so fucking wrong. That is so damn sensitive. Like I said, it's but we live in cancel culture now because they don't like what you have to say. They're gonna cancel you. They want to flag you. They want to get your channel terminated. These women in the Black community, oh yeah, they will flag you if you start speaking the truth. If they have a problem with you, they'll go get the Pookie and Ray Rays and the simp forces. Yeah, the Pookies and Ray Rays are simp forces. they'll try to do harm to another black man too. Yeah, you got these females in the black community would do that because the truth hurts their little feelings. The truth hurts their little feelings. They want to get all mad, want to flag you or get these channels terminated. Man, that was flagging Tommy's channels left and right. Like, that don't make any sense. That's exactly why I said, you know what? The black community is dead right now. Y'all like to flag. Y'all like to dox people. Flagging. Digging up people's personal information like addresses, homes, all that stuff. Like, come on, man. That's stupid and childish. That's exactly why I said this before. I left the Rose Scepter, man. I left the Rose Scepter. I left the Rose Scepter. I left the Black Scepter of YouTube. I left the Rose Scepter because they were doing too much doxing over there. I had enough, man. I ain't mentioning YouTubers' names. Boss, so please do not mention people's names in my chat room because it ain't gonna be no second chance. I'm going to block you, okay? Man, that's exactly why I said this, but I left the Rose Scepter, which I did. I had to, man. It was getting dangerous, ridiculous over there. And I seen this other YouTuber want to meet up and fight this other YouTuber. Like, that was so dumb and stupid and lame. That's exactly why I said, you know what? I'm not gonna go over there no more. I had enough, man. Meeting up people to fight and saying some disgusting stuff over there. Come on, man. That is not for black people. That is not for black empowerment and all this stuff. But me, I'm from men's group anyway. Like, this is exactly why I said it's for they minds already made up. They cannot go over there no more. They cannot sorry, I was talking too fast. They cannot stand on the black people. That's exactly why I said for I mentioned her that woman's name since she mentioned my name, calling me names shit, because I said something she didn't agree with. I told you, like I said this before, these females in the black community don't like to hear the damn truth. Hell nah. That's exactly why I said it's for I have to leave the Rose Scepter alone. Like, that don't make any sense. Like, people can't handle the truth nowadays. And that's exactly why I said, you know what? I left the Rose Scepter, man. Because you know what? I had enough of that stuff. Meet up and fight with people. That's stupid and dumb. But me, I'll block you and move on. I'll block you and I'll move on. That's it. Like, shit is ridiculous. Like, and you teaching the next generation of people it's okay to do some degenerate shit. Like, that don't make any sense. So let's put it out there. This is so sick in the black community. Like, it don't make any sense. That's exactly why I said the black community is so messed up right now. You got these individuals giving out people's personal information, trying to dig them up, their information, so they can go dox them and all that stuff. Flagging and doxing is what's the problem on black YouTube. You got these individuals who's doing this type of stuff because they don't like to see positive stuff that goes down. They like to see drama, which is why I left the Rose Scepter. I ain't coming back. Now, that's exactly why I said, you know what? The Rose Scepter needs to die out. It's so damn stupid and dumb. Like, you got these bitch ass niggas in this black YouTube shit want to flag other niggas' channels down. Like, that don't make any damn sense. That's why I said, you know what? All the beefing going on in the black community. How about you put that same energy? How about you put that same energy fixing the crimes, the drugs, the gangs, prostitution, all that other kind of stuff? But yeah, I don't see black people not talking about that. Nah, they want to feed off drama. They want to act out degenerate and all that stuff, which I'm not acting like a degenerate no more. I'm just trying to speak positive to the black community, but you get looked at as bad. I'm done with the black community, huh? I am so done with the black community. I'm done. Like, this shit's ridiculous. I'm done with this black community. I am so done with the black community. I'm just wasting my time speaking positive to the black community. I'm just wasting my time because y'all don't like to hear the truth. Y'all want to cuss me out, want to throw drinks at you. You know, yeah, they like to throw drinks at people in real life when they finally hear the truth. You know what? That's exactly why I said, you know what? I'm just not going to speak positive to the black community no more. I'm just like, you know what? I gave up. Every time you try to speak all positive to the black community, y'all want to flag channels. Y'all some clown ass niggas. Y'all like to throw shots at people and then flag channels. I know who's doing the flagging channels. It's probably these women or simps like the flag channels. The Pookies and Ray Ray simp forces and black women are flagging channels too. And I heard stories about them too. Oh yeah, you got some pro-black simps like the flag channels too. And yeah, and that's what it is, man. It's just so bad now. Now let's talk about this topic. We're gonna talk about that 70-year-old pregnant woman got shot and murdered. Her name was, hold on, I forgot. Let me see. Put her name up. Where that video come? Because that one, that her life was snuffed out at the hands of this demonic savage. This demonic bastard had murdered that 17-year-old while she gave birth. Like, she was shot and killed. That's exactly why I said this before. The black community just is full of shambles right now. Now, I'm gonna post a picture of this demonic bastard, what he did. Now we're gonna play that video, and I'll give my commentary on this. And he was only 17 years old for to go to jail. Like, that's exactly why I said, you know what? We're the pro-blacks on this one. See, that's exactly why I said this before. These pro-blacks don't give a damn about the black community. He don't care. I mean, they don't care about the black community. They don't care. Like, hold on for a second. All right, let's play this video.
A U.S. Marshals task force arrested a 17-year-old for the shooting death of a teenage mother.
17-year-old Ikea Hood was shot and killed over the weekend. She very recently gave birth to a baby girl. According to court documents, 17-year-old Trayvon Wright was the one who murdered her. Police say they were in an on and off relationship, and he believed he was the father of the child. He was not, and he found out. Fox 4's Rebecca Butcher live in Dallas with the update. Rebecca.
Yeah, Steve. Well, Dallas police say that 17-year-old Ikea Hood was shot and killed by her boyfriend. In an arrest warrant affidavit, says that Hood planned to tell the suspect that he was not the father of her newborn child. Dallas police say 17-year-old Trayvon Wright was arrested for murder Tuesday by U.S. Marshals and booked into the Dallas County Jail. The victim, Lancaster High School junior Ikea Hood, was fatally shot Sunday morning at her mother's home on Grambling Drive in southeast Oak Cliff, according to Wright's arrest warrant affidavit. Hood's family has said she gave birth to a baby girl just 3 weeks prior. According to the affidavit, Hood's mother told police the suspect and Hood had been in an on-again, off-again dating relationship for the past 2 years, and that Hood had recently learned that her newborn daughter had not been fathered by suspect Wright. Hood's mother also told police her daughter planned to confess to Wright Sunday, January 7th, the day the murder took place, according to the documents. They also say Wright believed the newborn child to be his. The affidavit says Hood's mother heard a loud noise in her home around 10:30 a.m. and said she'd seen Wright in Hood's room. She found that the door was locked from the inside. The 17-year-old girl's mother became concerned for complainant Hood's safety and began banging on the door. She then approached Hood's bedroom from the outside and noted that the window was open and that the screen had been pushed outside of the residence. Hood's mother discovered Hood was suffering from a gunshot wound and Wright was gone. She dialed 911, and when paramedics arrived, they found Hood deceased. Dallas police have not said where they arrested Wright or how they tracked him down, and they have not said whether a possible murder weapon was recovered or where Wright may have gotten the gun. Hood was a member of the Tigerettes dance team at Lancaster High School and also danced with Next Level Community Dance Group in Dallas. Yeah, and there will be a balloon release happening tomorrow at Lancaster High School at 5 p.m. in honor of Ikea Hood. Meanwhile, Wright's bond has not yet been set.
That was sad. See, that's exactly why I said the black community is so messed up now. You got these teenagers murdering each other like dogs, and then I say something about it, and then all of a sudden that's coon talk. Like that don't make any sense. How that's coon talk? You got these individuals murdering each other like dogs. Like that was sick and sad. Like that don't make any sense. Like you got these individuals defending that behavior. Like, come on, man, that's not fun. That was like like that is so fucking disgusting how these teenagers are murdering each other like dogs. See, that's exactly why I said it's for we need fathers in the black community. But these females in the black community act like they can't have fathers in the black community. Like this shit is ridiculous. You got these individuals coming on my channel cussing me out, calling me names when I speak the damn truth. The black community is in shambles right now. Without fathers in the households, and that's all you get. You got these females in the black community don't want good fathers in the black community. Now they'll show them away, but they keep picking these dudes who ain't gonna be their father to those kids. Like I try to tell them what's right from wrong, they ain't gonna listen to me. Now that 17-year-old, he's fit to get tried as an adult. Like, wow. That 17-year-old is gonna get tried as an adult. Like, that don't make any damn sense. Like, whoa. Yeah. That is so sick in the black community. You got these females in the black community just choosing dudes who not gonna be fathers in the households. You got that one father, which I had to put it on wrong because I can't put it on YouTube. That was so sick and disgusting. Somebody he don't want nothing to do with the kids. I'm like, what? Wow. See, that's why I try to tell you, females, stop having kids with these dudes who are not gonna be father figures to your sons. They're not father figures. They just want to get you pregnant and he bounced. See, that's exactly why I said this before. The black community is just in shambles right now. And then you got these individuals keep coming on my channel. I had to block some of these people. Just keep coming on my channel like, man, if you don't like what I'm saying, go somewhere else. Like, ma'am, if you don't like what I'm saying, go on about your business. And then you got these individuals still not going to listen to me. They just want to come on my channel, just want to troll and act stupid. Like, come on, man, I ain't got time for that. Don't come on my channel trolling, man. I ain't got time for that. You just going to get blocked permanently. But that 17-year-old dude, he about to get locked up as an animal on the white man system. Like, you know why these you wonder why these dudes hurt females and murder females? Because they learned that behavior from their mothers who talk shit about black men every goddamn day, disrespecting them, talking crazy to them, dogging them out, talking about how men ain't shit or this and that, and you see the results of it. And I'm going to repeat myself again to all the people who want to call me names. The ones who's doing the murdering of those teenage girls, that 17-year-old boy who murdered that 17-year-old girl because he was ate up with self-hating within himself, because you got these mothers out there beating the shit out their sons and treating them like shit, and then they growing up hating women and hating black women, and they end up shooting or hurting a woman. See that these dudes have no problem shooting a woman because you know why? Because they were taught self-hate by their mothers. And it's the damn truth. And I know I'm gonna lose subscribers behind this stuff. Like, it's so bad enough now that you just got these individuals still coming on my channel getting all mad something I said. And I bet you them same people coming on your channel throwing insults at you, they want to get mad at you because they don't want to hear they didn't want to hear the truth. Like, that don't make any sense. It's so bad enough now that you got these teenagers losing their lives over dumb stuff. You know why they ate up with self-hating issues? Because they were taught to be hatred towards their mothers. It's okay to hate the black man. It's so quick to hate the black man and the black woman because of their mothers. And they hate their husbands and their baby daddies, so they take it out on the children. And look what ended up happening. You see all this stuff goes down. You see why these kids growing up hurting other kids because of the baby daddies, the husbands, and this and third. You got these females in the black community talking crazy to them. And they take it out on their kids, and you see why these kids growing up have a lot of hate in their heart. Because of their mothers. And then y'all want to say I'm paranoid. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking. I'm being stupid. Okay, if I'm being stupid right now, what about you? You the one being stupid when I tell you the damn truth. I just got my information. No, hold up now. I ain't getting my information from somebody. That's exactly why I said, you know what? They ate up with self-hating issues because Dennis Byrne is right. They were taught self-hate by their mothers. And they so quick to murder and hurt another female because they were taught self-hating. Now I'm gonna play a simple video of Dennis Byrne. I don't know where that video go. Hopefully I don't get no copyright strike. It's the damn truth. We're gonna play a sip of the video because he's telling the truth about everything.
American problem. We hate each other. So much is because we hate ourselves. We hate black American problem. This is not even an American problem. This is a black American problem. We have cultural issues. We don't like each other. We don't want to be around each other. We hate each other so much. And the reason we hate each other so much is because we hate ourselves. We don't.
Then you got that 17-year-old boy who hates himself. He's so quick to hurt a 17-year-old girl because you got their mothers out there teaching their sons to hate black people, and that's it. So let's keep on going.
Don't value ourselves as a people. Now, that's not across the board. Some of us love ourselves and we love our people, but for the most part, we have a culture that tells us that we are nothing, we're not good enough, and we deserve nothing but raised to hate their father. We got a generation of women who've been raised to hate their fathers, hate their baby fathers, hate their husbands.
Damn, let's play this video one last time.
Generation, and we deserve nothing but hate. Listen to our women. We got a generation of women who've been raised to hate their fathers, hate their baby fathers, hate their husbands, hate their sons. And those sons inherit that, not just a generation, about 3, 4, 5, 6 generations at this point. And those sons learn that hate. And they not only do they hate themselves because they've learned it from their mothers who spend all day talking bad about black men. So that
See, and that's the damn truth. But I don't know why the sisterhood, aka black male haters, not talking about this. You got these mothers out there talking bad to their sons and daughters, and they growing up hating other black people, and that's what it is. So let's keep on going.
they hate themselves and they hate other men that look like them. Bad about black men. So they hate themselves and they hate other men that look like them.
I had some dudes who look like me did me wrong because they mothers. Their mothers teach their sons and daughters to hate black people. And that's why they so quick to murder another black person, because they learned that behavior from their mothers who have a hatred for a black man, and that's it. Now let's keep on going.
Other black men. And you wonder why it's so easy to shoot and kill somebody that looks like you for some tennis shoes. This is a cultural problem. Other men, so they hate themselves, and they not only do they hate themselves because they've learned it from their mothers who spend all day talking bad about black men. So they hate themselves and they hate other men that look like them. Other black men. And you wonder why it's so easy to shoot and kill somebody that looks like you for some tennis shoes.
Man, and I heard another story about this. Another person who got murdered over some tennis shoes. Like, wow. See, that's why I said this before. These dudes so quick to pop off on females because they learned their hatred from their mothers who look like them. Like, that don't make any sense. Now you see why I said this before. The black community need to address this type of situation. They need to start addressing what goes on in the black community, but I don't see none of these pro-blacks and they're going to address it. But that 17-year-old girl, she got shot and killed because you got them punk ass dudes out there in the black community who like to hurt women, because you got these females in the black community who messed up their life. Now they want to take it out on their daughters and get jealous of them and etc. Like, that don't make any sense. That's why y'all niggas so quick to hurt each other. Hold on, where'd that video go? Because Snoop Dogg was right about that video. But yeah, you got the sisterhood. Now we're going to talk about that. That is so bad. I mean, that is so sad. All right, hold on. My food is ready. But see, that's the problem in the black community. You got these dumbass females talking they shit to their sons, and look when I'm happy. Because a bad relationship that goes on, then you want to take it out on the phone. Hold on, I'll be right back. I got to get something to eat. That's exactly why I said this before. These females got to go in the black community. Any female who talk that stuff to their sons, you need to go, man. That is so ridiculous. That's exactly why I said this before. These females in the black community, they never going to get married. Now they want to take it out on their sons because they mad because they made bad decisions in lives. That's why they delete their sons and they end up hurting their sons. So it's just what it is. We're gonna talk about Project Red's son getting murdered. We're gonna talk about that.
Never cruel to them. That's not stating that you don't hold them accountable, you don't correct them, but there's a way to do everything, y'all. Go get help. Please go get help. You see, he not a little kid. He a grown A man. He driving right. This is why half y'all son act like P words now. And this is not why, but this type of treatment, y'all Black women out there who talk to your child this way, especially your sons, this is why a lot of your sons are very abusive. This is why a lot of your sons are very angry. This is why a lot of your sons are very abusive. This is why a lot of your sons are very angry. This is why a lot of your sons are very violent, out here committing crimes left and right. They come from single parent households where there's a single mother who beat the shit out of them and talked to them in this way.
But y'all want to go get mad at me because I talk bad about women. See, that's exactly why I said this before. You got these females in the black community who do stuff like that. They should never have kids because they do stuff like this, abusing their sons, beat the shit out of them, talk crazy to them. That's why these dudes so quick to hurt women. They so quick to murder a woman because you got females like that. But see, that's the problem. That's the problem in the black community. Y'all don't want to ever address that. How these females talk shit to their kids, beat the shit out of them, and they take their anger out on their kids. Like that is so ridiculous. Like, and then you wonder why these kids growing up hurting other girls because they learned that behavior from their mother. So they just keep on going.
This is why a lot of your sons, please go get help.
And all you females out there who do this stuff like that, please seek help. Please get therapy. Just please get therapy because the sisterhood turned these young women to hate machines. And look what ended up happening. That's why I said it's why I got a problem with the sisterhood. That's exactly why I said I hate the. I have a problem with the sisterhood because they defend these type of women. You got these mothers calling them their sons the B word. Like, come on, man.
And y'all, go get help. Correct them, but there's a way to do everything, y'all. Go get help. Please go get help. You see, he not a little kid. He a grown man. He driving right. This is why half y'all son act like P words now. And this is not why, but this type of treatment, y'all black women out there who talk to your child this way, especially your sons, this is why a lot of your sons are very abusive. This is
See? And then y'all want to try and talk, and then y'all want to go flag channels because you don't like to hear the truth. Let's keep on going.
This is why a lot of your sons are very angry. This is why a lot of your sons are very violent, out here committing crimes left and right. They come from single parent households where there's a single mother who beat the shit out of them and talked to them in this way. They weren't talked to with love. They weren't talked to with gentleness. They were always talked to in a brute, very aggressive, disrespectful manner. So this is
see. You got that sisterhood toxic people would defend that type of behavior. See, let's keep on going.
This is why there's so many young boys out here and young men out here, okay, committing crimes, killing women. They don't respect women because they don't respect their mom because of how their mom spoke to them.
True. But see, y'all want to keep coming on my channel getting all mad. I had to block y'all comments. That's exactly why I say I block people and move on. Because y'all don't like to hear the truth about what goes on in the black community. Y'all don't like to hear the truth. And I already know somebody gonna get mad at this live stream. You got these toxic ass sisterhood women in the other side that they defend these type of women. Like, that don't make any sense. That's exactly why I said I'm going to have to slay the sisterhood, destroy their talking points, because you got these mothers out there talk shit to their sons. Talking about I should never been having babies with you. You should have been, I should have swallowed you and aborted your. I mean, just say the most egregious, hateful stuff to your son. Like, that is so fucking, that is so wrong. And then yeah, you got the dudes out there doing that stuff too. But you know what? I can't play that video how the father talking crazy to they talking about he never want to have kids and blame their mothers. No, I can't play that video. Nope. I played it on Rumble, so hold on. And the children start crying. I'm like, wow. These type of black people are the devils who do stuff like that. I'm telling you, don't need to have kids. You might as well just down low. You got a lot of these kids growing up without health and love. And then you wonder why these kids growing up hurting other kids because they learned that behavior from the abusive people within the black community. And then you see all this stuff goes on in the black community. So it's just what it is. Next thing I want to talk about is Project Bet's son getting murdered. Now you see why I said this before. I cannot speak positive to the black community no more. Because every time you try to speak positive to the black community, y'all get mad at me and start talking crazy to me and all that stuff. When I start putting videos like that, like, how come the black community will never address black on black crime? You know why? Because it don't fit their narrative. They only gonna address if a white person do this to a black person. Other than that, this is exactly why I said the black community is in shambles right now. It's in shambles right now. Like, you got these individuals in the black community do not want to hear the damn truth about what goes on in the black community. And y'all want to come on my channel and get all mad at me, want to throw shots at me when I start speaking the truth. Wow. That's exactly why I say, you know what? This is exactly why the black community is messed up now. You got that one pro-black, you know, I ain't mentioning his name. See, since he like to type in chat rooms, talking about, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not capable to understand. I'm like, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Don't tell me what to do. Like, you got these niggas in the black community trying to tell you what you say, what you do on your channel. Like, get out of here. Like, this is exactly why I said this before. You got these pro-blacks never going to address what goes on in the black community. Like, you know what? I'm done with them pro-black sectors of YouTube. That's why I don't go there no more. They got a lot of hate in their heart for white people, and they're never going to address black on black crime. Like, that is so sick and sad. You got these people within the black community and never going to address it. As for Project Bet's son, he's feeling sad right now that he lost his son to gun violence. It happened here in Memphis, Tennessee. That's exactly why I said this before. When black people get successful, they leave the black community, don't come back. I would too. I left the black community and never come back. Sick of that stuff. And then you wonder why the black community is messed up now. Yeah, they want to come on your channel and don't even want to address what goes on in the black community. Like, y'all need to just address, and that's it. It's already bad now. We got too many gun violence in the black community because you got these dudes in the black community don't want to throw hands. They want to shoot and kill you. I mean, alive you. And it's the damn truth. And then y'all come on my channel getting all mad. Every goddamn day you come on my channel getting all mad. Something I said. Like, Jesus, man. Like, you get mad at me and then you tell me I'm going to unsubscribe from your channel. I don't like what you're saying. Well, two of for you. Unsubscribe and go about your business. Unsubscribe and go about your business. Like, that don't make any sense. Like, that don't make any damn sense. You got these individuals keep coming on your channel talking about, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You got these dumb weirdo ass people coming on your channel. Man, this don't make any sense. I mean, this is sad, bro. Like, black people ate up with self-hate issues. Then y'all have no problem with trying to shoot and murder each other. Like, that don't make any sense, man. That's exactly why I said, you know what? The black community is dead and gone because you just got too many black people coming up with self-hating issues and all that stupid shit. So let's talk about Donald Trump passing the child support law, shall we? And yes, he's passing the child support law. I seen the video of it, so I'm gonna come on here to talk about it. Like, you got these females in the black community and they all pissed off and mad because they single mothers. Now they getting pissed off and mad. Like, they're getting all mad and all this stuff because with he's trying to reduce the child support system and etc. And that's exactly why I said, you know what, that child support system is corrupt. Now, that's exactly why I said it's before, the child support system is so corrupt and it's making these dudes lose their minds. And look, we end up having, they either murdering the children or they take it out on they mothers out there, and that's what happened. That's exactly why I said this before. This child support system got to be reduced, but you got some men out there celebrating it, and that's it. So that's all to say about this, man. I'm out. Peace. Also, if you want to watch how feminism destroyed the black family, I put it on Rumble because they was going to flag it for harassment and bullying. It was buffering. That means they try to flag the video down because they didn't like to hear the damn truth. So, you know what I did? I put it on Rumble so you go see it. Also, I had put my other live streams on private because you guys, these individuals are here flagging my stuff down for no reason because they trying to get you off of YouTube because they don't like what you're saying. So it's just what it is, man. So tell me your thoughts about this live stream, man. I'm out. Peace, because it's just what it is about the topics I talk about. So I'm out. Peace, and I'll catch y'all next live stream, next video. With that, also, next week I'll probably do a show or not. I'm out. Peace.